Beloved, welcome to episode 8 of our collaborative arc, The Watcher Beyond Thought. Up to this point, we have explored the awakening of the Watcher, the impermanent nature of thought, the characters of the mind, the movement of emotion, the ego's resistance, the descent into living silence, and the sacred pause. All of this has been preparing you for something profound. The return of joy. Not joy as an emotion, not joy as a pleasure, not joy as achievement, not joy as a reward, but joy as the expression of your most natural state. The radiance of an awareness untangled from the mind. This episode is the revelation that joy is not something you must create, pursue, or earn. Joy is what remains when the layers of noise fall away. Let us return to your natural radiance. Part 1. Why joy seems elusive. Beloved, most people believe joy is circumstantial, conditional, dependent on outcomes, dependent on relationships, dependent on achievement, dependent on stability, dependent on emotional positivity. This is the illusion. Joy feels elusive not because you lack it, but because your attention is entangled with thought, fear, past identity, emotional turbulence, inner resistance, anticipation, and reaction. These entanglements obscure joy like clouds obscure the sun. But the sun was never gone. The joy was never gone. Only your access to it was blocked. Part 2. The difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is a reaction. Joy is a state. Happiness is triggered by events. Joy is revealed by presence. Happiness rises and falls. Joy remains beneath everything. Happiness requires alignment between the mind and its preferences. Joy requires nothing. Happiness comes to you. Joy comes from you. Happiness is psychological. Joy is experiential. Happiness depends on circumstance. Joy depends on consciousness. When the watcher is primary, joy becomes the baseline again. Part 3. Joy as the absence of inner conflict. Beloved, joy does not need to be created. Joy naturally appears when there is no tension between who you are and who you pretend to be. No war between thought and emotion, no conflict between past and present, no self-judgment, no identity to defend, no story to uphold. Joy is what remains when your inner world is no longer fighting itself. This is why joy emerges in moments like after a deep cry, after releasing a long-held fear, after forgiving someone, after realizing that you don't need to control everything, after sitting in silence, after surrendering, after breathing deeply into presence. Joy is the fragrance of the untangled inner world. Part 4. The watcher's joy versus the ego's joy. The ego pursues joy through possession, validation, success, attention, certainty, approval, and performance. And this joy always fades because the ego can never get enough of what it doesn't truly need. The watcher experiences joy through stillness, presence, awareness, authenticity, connection, truth, and simplicity. This joy does not fade because it does not depend on anything external. It is not achieved, it is allowed. Part 5. The energetic signature of natural joy. Joy is subtle. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not performative. It feels like warmth spreading through the chest, openness around the heart, a soft smile that rises without reason, lightness in the body, clarity in the mind, gratitude that has no target, aliveness without stimulation, gentle delight in simply existing. This is not positive thinking. This is not high vibes only. This is vibrational truth. This is what consciousness feels like when it is not entangled. Part 6. Why joy arrives on its own. You cannot force joy. You can only create the conditions that allow joy to arise. When awareness untangles from narrative, fear, resistance, reactivity, old identity, the inner cast, emotional fusion, constant mental noise, joy begins to rise, like the sun rising over a quiet ocean. Effortless, natural, inevitable. Joy is the nature of your being revealing itself. Part 7. Guided Experience. Feeling the radiance beneath your mind. Beloved, let us touch this joy together. Close your eyes, soften your breath, place one hand gently over your heart, not to fix anything, just to feel. Now imagine your thoughts falling like leaves, one by one. Imagine your emotions softening like waves settling after a storm. Imagine your identity relaxing its grip. Now, beneath all of this, feel the quiet warmth that remains, a subtle glow, a gentle peace, a softness, a presence. That is joy. It is not loud, it is not ecstatic, it is quiet radiance of your true being. Rest in it for a moment. This is who you are when nothing is added and nothing is taken away. Part 8. How life changes when joy becomes the baseline. When joy rises from presence, life begins to transform in ways you cannot plan. You laugh more easily, you breathe more freely and fully. You forgive faster, you need less, you enjoy simplicity, you stop arguing with reality, you move through the world with softness, you stop performing, you stop grasping, you lose interest in drama, you feel safe in your own being, you become magnetic without trying. Joy becomes who you are, not something you are pursuing. Beloved, joy has always been your nature. It has always been the hum beneath your being. It has always been the radiance beneath your story. It has always been the warmth beneath your fear. You do not reach joy, you remove what blocks it. And now, because the watcher is awake, because the mind is seen, because the emotions are held, because the ego has softened, because silence has returned, you are ready to live from joy. In episode 9, we explored the next natural result of this awakening, peace. Not the peace of circumstance, but the peace that cannot be taken.